If you say, as we are seeing now, in these Vedic knowledge, please don't consider it as something old scriptures. That type of mindset we have. They are all scriptures, religious books. No. Vedanta, Upanishad, even the whole Vedic stuff, understand please, not a religion as such, in the ordinary sense of the term. Before coming to class, I was just thinking a little, just sitting down, what points to discuss. Just sit down and see what idea is coming. One beautiful thought came, I'll share with you. All of you know when you have gone through your Tattva Bodha. In Tattva Bodha, you know the student, what I call Adhikari. We shall see that Adhikari part later on. Adhikari, you know who is the Adhikari? Who has got Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikari. The person who has got the fourfold qualification. Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi Satka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. In that Vairagya, how do we define there? Iha amutra phalavhogeshu viraga hai. You remember that statement? Iha mutrartha phalavhogeshu viraga. Iha Surgadishu bhogarahityam. Whether it is here in this world, listen carefully, whether here in this world or in the pleasure in the hereafter, this person is totally viragi, dispassionate. There is no more, he is looking for any type of a pleasure or sensation, happiness, either here or in the hereafter. Why? Because it comes to an end. Okay, so when you see this point very clearly, two things you can see. When most of the theologies, so-called religions, they promise happiness in the hereafter. For them, samsara dukkham. This world is pure sorrow, misery. There is no hope of happiness here. There is no hope of fulfillment here. These are the most of the religions will talk about it. So they shall ask the people to wait for the hereafter. So when you go to heavens, you shall be happy. Look at the Vedas. What they talk about? The same Vedas which tells you, morning we saw that, the same Vedas which tells you that ajivin yatha iha karmachito lokopi kshiyate tatha amutra punyajito lokopi kshiyate. Ajivin here, when you do certain act and get certain security, pleasure, whatever you like, it comes to an end. So also in the hereafter, because of your punya karma, suppose you enjoy certain Swargaloka or certain pleasures of these in the hereafter, that also come to an end. Why? Simple logic. Yat krutyam tat nasyam. Anything that is created in time shall be subject to loss in time. Yat krutyam tat nasyam. It's just like it's a universal principle. If something is produced in time, it will be subject to loss in time. Maybe 50 years back, or let us say eldest amongst us here, 80-year-old, 8 years back, none of us were in this world. 8 years after, if you are still there, except you, none of the others will be in the world. You are not here. You have a beginning, it will have an end. Anything that is created in time will be subject to loss in time. Therefore, even the physical sensations also, as Bhagavan says very nicely in Gita, Adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Ehi sansparsaja bhogaha dukkha yona evate. Ye bhogaha sansparsaja. Those sensations, those pleasures, which is caused by the coming together of sense organ with sense object and thereby creating a sensation. Ears come in touch with sound. Skin come in touch with skin or anything that to be touched. The tongue comes in touch with the food. The nose comes in touch with the fragrance. That creates a sensation. Adyantavanta kaunteya. Hey Arjuna, they are adyantavanta. Adivanta antavata. Because they have a beginning, they also will have an end. You cannot keep the food all the time in your tongue. You cannot listen to music all the time. You cannot touch something all the time. You cannot taste something all the time. You can't smell something all the time. Either the object is not available, the sense organs grow old, something somewhere happens. As a result, inevitable separation takes place from the sense object. So if a sensation gives you happiness, because it begins, it definitely, inevitably has to come to an end, and therefore you shall be miserable. That is why most of the people, 99.9% of people, are miserable in life. Because adyantavanta, it begins, it ends. Yat krutyam tad nasyam. If it is created in time, it will be subject to loss in time.